Huh?
That's stupid of you.
Dude, listen.
Listening?
It's before 10 a.m. Can you expect that much cognitive brain function from me?
No.
You sound sleepy.
No, I'm just putting on an act.
You're what?
It's a character I'm playing.
Oh, okay. I see.
But
He's, he seems pretty cool. I'm playing a character. I've been playing a character my whole life. That's a fucking idiot. Um, you ready?
I think so.
Welcome back to your favorite internet music podcast, Jam.
Other than the other one.
Other than all the other ones that have a bigger budget and more listeners and funnier hosts. Welcome back. Uh, we missed you.
I
How
missed you.
how was your week, David?
My week was actually really good. I am back at work.
Am very jealous of you.
Yeah, I understand. Because holy crap,
uh,
I hate not having a job.
Me too. But I did. You know what I did yesterday? Is I just took another road trip by myself.
That's fun.
So that was pretty. Dude, I found an abandoned house with a fucking piano in it. It was
You
like a
play in it?
no, it was like a garage, and there was just a piano in it, like perfectly angled towards the street, and it was abandoned, and it was so cool. And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" So I took a picture. I'll send you the picture later. It's awesome.
We should use that album.
That's yeah. That's what I was thinking. Um. Okay, so do you have anything else you want to say about your week? Because I don't have anything at all.
Nope, the only thing was I went back to work.
Yeah, which I mean is fucking awesome. Like, so for our top 10 this week, we're gonna take you back to a time. Holy
Before both
shit! Before Tik,
of us
what did you say?
before both of us were born.
Yes, long before both of us were born. Before TikTok was a thing. I think this was the heyday of Vine. Yeah.
Uh, I think so.
I don't even. It's weird. This was only 6 years ago, and yet it feels like I feel like I should remember what I was doing in 2014.
I don't remember what we did yesterday. So, I'm not the best contender for this. I guess.
Well, that was my freshman year of high school, so that was crazy. And I think is near. This is very close to when I kind of stopped listening to the radio. But I do have memories of riding around the car with my family, and these fucking songs coming on. So honestly, I'm just gonna say right off the bat, I'm not as crazy about these as I would be about, say, a top 10 list from the '70s. But also, we grew up with this, so I feel like people who were born in the '70s are like fucking Foreigner. Turn that shit off. You know what I'm saying?
I do know yours.
Yeah. So like in 30 years, kids are gonna be like, wow, these classic hits are so good, and I'll be like, is that Bang Bang by fucking Jesse J? Turn that shit off, son.
See, I never listened to the radio very much. Back before I was old enough to be at the house by myself, I had to go to a babysitter's house,
Yeah.
and they played the radio all the time. And that was probably like 2019, no, probably like 2011-ish, no,
Yeah.
and a little bit before that. So after that, I stopped listening to the radio. Of course, it's hard to avoid these songs.
Uh huh.
Um, but I mean, I've heard all of these songs, I believe, before, except one. Um, but I am not gonna have the same aversion that Mr. Tyler has. It's on your YouTube channel. They know your last name,
Mr.
Mr. Harrison.
Mr. Hairston is my father, please. Call me Mr. Tyler. Um,
Oh, that's our superintendent.
this
Or past.
disclaimer.
Anyway,
Fucking, fucking. There's like lawn care guys here, like 6 out of 7 days a week. So you might hear some of that in the background, and I apologize. But holy shit, dude, they're like always there. They're always fucking there. I'm like, don't you guys Have something else, have other grass to cut. There's a lot of fucking grass to only cut the one in front of my fucking apartment.
Anyways,
Holy shit. Okay, so you want to just hop right into these?
yeah.
You want to go, or do you want me to? Let's do it this way. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Wait, shit. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Now give me what's your number?
6.
Okay, so you go first because I want you to go first this week.
Okay, I guess.
That makes sense.
No. So first up is Jealous by Nick Jonas. Oh, what week are we even doing? November or something?
November 28th, 2014.
Cool.
I was freshman year, high school, right before fucking Thanksgiving, or right around Thanksgiving.
I think it was Thanksgiving.
I think you might be right.
Who knows? Anyways, Jealous by Nick Jonas. What do you think?
This song for me really fucking lacks personality. Not necessarily like I can tell that Jake Jonas has his way of singing. You know, when he sings it, the falsetto is fucking amazing. Holy shit, dude! Some of the little like the lines that he does, the vocal lines that he does are fantastic. However, this it just feels like such a soulless pop song. You know what I mean?
I suppose.
That's why, like, there's no like, around this time, I feel like every other song that was like a single dude act sounded like this. But that's just because I remember it was on the fucking radio.
That's called oversaturation. It happens when one person does it and everyone else is like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that."
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, exactly.
So it's how the Western film genre. It's like the only thing my mom and dad watch because it was just the only thing around when they were watching movies.
That
And
is so
now they all
badass.
talk.
That is so bad. Can you imagine if that's all we had to watch instead of fucking keeping up with the Kardashians?
I wouldn't like that.
You wouldn't? Okay, you know what? There's more variety now. That's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Anyways, I quite like this song.
Yeah.
Because I like pop music and it's catchy as freak. And I love the falsetto on
Yeah.
the, especially the titular hook. I still get jealous.
Yeah, beautiful.
I'm not Nicky Jones,
Me
but
neither.
I really like this song because it's very catchy, very fun, and honestly, I thought this song was like from 2008.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, fuck, dude, I don't even know anything about the Jonas Brothers. I know some people who are like still fucking crazy about them.
They came back.
Right. They sure did.
That's what I know.
That'll be something that's something for later. Yeah, but this was right after or right around they broke up, I think.
I have no clue.
I'm pretty sure because they broke up, and then they all started doing except for Kevin. Kevin didn't do anything. He's kind of lame. But there's Nick. What are their names? There's Nick, Kevin, and Joe. And Joe is DNCE, so he did that,
Yeah.
which was fucking awesome. And then Nick
Cake by the
Jonas,
Ocean.
yeah, Cake by the Ocean. Honestly, DNCE is pretty good. We'll have to talk about them someday. But and then Nick did like his solo career. Um, and also like this song really felt like it was one of those like teen heartthrobs being like, look, I'm an adult now, and some of that just felt kind of like stilted and weird. Um, but I don't know. I just never really liked this song that much. It's really not bad at all. It's just not for me.
I will say, I hate the phrase "sexy beautiful."
Yeah.
It says, "Cause you're too sexy beautiful." Like motherfucker, just say one of them. They're both, but not together.
You're too sexy, beautiful. Yeah, and I don't know. You
Like
know what I
don't
mean? That's
gosh darn beautiful.
you're so gosh darn beautiful. Hot damn. Yeah. Easy. We just fixed it. Um, uh, yeah. The lyrics, I'm just not crazy about them, and obviously lyrics will like break a song for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about lyrics. So
What's your rating?
7 out of 10. I like it.
Cool. I gave it a 1-2, which is like, eh. Number 9, we have "I'm Not the Only One" by Sam Smith. What do you take from it?
So this whole list is confusing to me because in my mind, if you would have said, "Hey, when did Jealous by Nick Jonas come out?" I would have said like 2010. And if you would have asked, I'm not the only one" came out, I would have said like 2017.
Really?
Yeah, because I have no clue when. There's some more down the line that I'm like, how did this come out in 2014?
I think
Thing.
I think I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure that was Sam Smith's first. I think that was what got them onto the public eye, if I remember correctly.
Probably. And I'm probably just thinking of like other Sam Smith songs because they all sound the same.
Yes,
Um,
and
it's not necessarily a bad thing, but
they do chart pretty often.
um, I actually it's kind of become a cliche, but this style of like the solo piano and like guy singing over it, I actually really like it. It's a little oversaturated, but I
Honestly,
still like it.
I like it a lot too when it's done right. Um, and I think yeah, it's kind of a case by case basis, but it's like an Adele song but with a guy.
Yeah,
John Legend does it a lot. Louis Capaldi, obviously. Uh, who else?
John Lennon.
John, yeah, he's does it all the time. Um, there's a I don't remember his name, but he has a song that I really, really, really like. That's that genre, and it's fucking awesome. But we'll talk about that later. Anyway, I'm Not the Only One by Sam Smith. I fucking love this song, dude. Holy shit, this was like one of the songs that when it came on, when it was on the radio, I'd be like, thank God, because it's just so, and it's really catchy. The piano, I don't know what that chord progression is, but it's fucking awesome. And Sam Smith's vocals are fucking angelic.
I agree. I would
Wonderful.
say I love the song, but they played it at the thrift store.
Oh, yeah. See?
So,
Yeah.
but it's definitely one of the best songs that they play there. Um, and fun fact, they weren't supposed to do this, but they changed the radio station yesterday and today
Hmm.
to it's called Pop Rocks, and it plays a bunch of like '90s and 2000s like hits. Like it's such a weird station, but I love it because it's like it has stuff like Nirvana's like "Come as You Are" and like "Loser" by Beck.
Yeah.
And it also has like "How to Save a Life" by The Fray, and it's just like this weird combination of music, and most of it's actually pretty good.
That's kind of badass.
I, you probably wouldn't like it as much, but it's a lot better. I'll tell you that much than what we played before. You even played "Peaches" by the presidents of the United States of America.
I didn't know that charted.
I did. I don't know if it did or not, but
Oh,
they played it yesterday at the store. Anyways,
that's pretty cool.
I still really like it. That freaking chorus is so catchy and like angelic, like you said.
It's so good.
Dude,
Um,
so good.
also, fucking the, and here's why I like this song so much better than "Jealous" by Jick Jonas. Um, so this song, okay, so in both of them, for let's say maybe not everybody, because not everybody's been cheated on, but for me personally, and for a lot of other people, you have two relatable messages, right? You have in Sam Smith, somebody's cheating on me, and it's like the that song is like the very beginning stage where you know, but you maybe haven't confronted it yet, or you just aware. And then "Jealous" is just being jealous, and fucking everybody gets jealous about everything. And when you're in a relationship, it's very easy to get jealous. But Sam Smith, you can hear that pain in their vocals. You know what I mean? And
I
it's so
do.
like passionate. And Jealous by Jake Nonis is just like, oh, you're so cute, everybody wants to fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can.
And
Uh,
that's why I like I'm Not the Only One, and songs like it so much better than Jealous, because I feel like Jealous was just a song written about being jealous, but I'm Not the Only One is a song about like a specific instance, and when you do that, that's where you get like the human part of it.
I can understand that, but I don't necessarily subscribe to that
Yeah,
because I mean, I love like especially like '60s pop music. Like, holy shit. There's a song by a band called the Dave Clark Five, called "Glad All Over," and it's like this really cheesy, just like very generic '60s pop rock song. But holy shit, I love it so goddamn much. Um, I will say I do prefer this song to "Jealous," in part because I think the lyrics are better, like
yeah,
way better. I actually enjoy reading the lyrics here, not really in last one.
yeah.
Um, and like I think the like chorus is like really good, really well written,
I agree.
um, especially the "But when you call me baby, I know I'm not the only one." I love that. I love that line.
That shit
Um,
hurts physically.
but I am a little oversaturated with
Yeah.
it, I guess, or exposed to it, which is not any fault of the song, but it's just my environment. So I
Would you?
would give it an 8 out of 10, but because of that, it's a 7 out of 10.
I gave it a 2-3. Number 8.
All right, number 8. We got "Bang Bang" by SEJJ, Gariana Arande, and Nicki Minaj. It doesn't really work with these guys very well.
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki
Nicki
Minaj.
Minaj. So what do you think?
Holy fucking shit, dude. This song is like one of those is like one of those Sonic ice cream pops, cuz like you see it on the side of the truck and even on the packaging, and it's so beautiful, and you take it out and it looks like somebody stepped on it. If that makes any I don't know, this song just sounds very hollow. I don't like it. It has that fucking pop rap formula that, like, dude, listen, at this point there was like a strange phenomena where every fucking pop song for a little bit had to have a rap verse.
There's like
Huh?
dedicated to playing the songs without the rap part in them. So they'll just have like instrumental interludes
Yeah,
in a pop song as if that makes any sense. And it's like really awkward and stupid.
yeah, and but oftentimes so were the pop rap verse. Now I will say, when I was a kid, I fucking loved this genre so much. In fact, when Jake and I started the band, it was Infinity Brothers, and we wanted to be a pop rap duo.
Well, I'm glad you corrected.
Yeah, and then we actually learned how to play instruments, and now here we are. But anyway, um, this song, everything about it is just like, it felt like somebody, it felt like the acts were being controlled like pawns. They're like, okay, we got Jessie J, Ariana Grande is really blown up right now because she's not a kid anymore, so we'll put her in here. And everybody always loves Nicki Minaj, so we'll put her in here. Hmm. People are feeling bad about themselves. Let's write a song. Let's write a power song. You know what I mean? Like, there's no feeling behind it.
I just
You just, okay.
I fucking
You what?
well, I love this song so
Really?
much, dude. It's first off, it's so fucking catchy. Like holy shit. The like bang bang into the room. I know you want it. Bang bang. I fucking love that hook. Um, I my favorite part of this song is when the beat and like all the instruments drop out and it's just Ariana and then she harmonizes with herself. I think it's her with herself. It might be Jessie, but it's so fucking good. I just love hearing talented singers sing talentedly. But I don't care for like the like slow the melismas. Do you know what a melisma is?
Nope.
If I said like
Sounds like a Pokemon.
so like you change the note as you sing it,
Or
but it's only one syllable.
a
It's
run.
called a melisma.
Okay.
And like a lot of singers who think they're talented and usually are talented, to be fair, do that to like show off their talent, and I hate it. Um, unless it's done really well. And this song, they don't really do that. They just kind of like fucking sing like really well, if that makes sense. And it's just having at least two like fantastic singers just like going at it like full force is such a fucking I don't know. It's just like a perfect storm for me.
Jessie J and Ariana Grande are both very talented singers, and honestly, so is Nicki Minaj, but she doesn't usually. Um,
Speaking of, um, her verse I think is pretty good to be honest, but I just would rather hear singing because that's what this song is for me.
yeah,
As soon as she drops out, I think Jesse comes back in and like saves the day. So,
yes,
and then the outro is like fucking fantastic. It's just like I said, it's a soundscape of pure bliss.
really,
Yeah, I fucking love it, dude.
wow, yeah, I strong. Okay, I will say, and I even put in my notes. It's kind of, I think, it's kind of catchy. I think it's all right. It just doesn't. It feels like it just feels really hollow to me, and I think at that point it just comes down to taste. And also, I could not fucking escape this song when it came out, even if I tried.
Yeah.
So it might just be like PTSD from that.
I asked my girlfriend if she liked this song, and she said, "Well, I still know every single lyric, but I don't think I would listen to it anymore." And I was like, "How come?" She's like, "Well, I listened to this a lot when it came out." So I think because I never really got into a whole lot of pop music, I think I'm gonna have a bit of an advantage because I'm not oversaturated with it,
Yeah,
and I just didn't listen to it like fresh almost. Of course, I've heard this song before.
yeah,
I don't think I heard it nearly as much as it was played. If that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, and yeah, and when we move into like sometimes I look at top 10 lists from like a couple of years ago, and I'm like, I don't know any of these songs.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Anyway, next, we
Oh
have,
wait,
huh?
we didn't rate it.
You're correct. Go ahead.
8 out of 10. I love this one.
I give it a 1-2. I don't love this song. Um, number 7 is Hot Boy by Bobby Shmurda.
You're not gonna see the original.
Well, this is a version that charted, but I was gonna say I do greatly prefer Hot Nigga. However, that one has a bad word in the title that white folks can't say, so they changed it to Hot Boy. But what do you think of this one, Yavi?
Meh.
Did you listen to the normal version?
I did not. I didn't just. I'm such an idiot. I didn't discover that the original version was different until like yesterday. Because I tried to look up the lyrics to Hot Boy and nothing came up except for that other song. And I was like, why is this other song coming up? It's so weird. And then I was like, oh, it's the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
But I didn't really want to listen to it again because I wasn't. It's just not my style, to be honest.
right. Yeah. So I figured that this would be kind of out of your radar.
Yeah.
But what do you like think of it? You said eh.
Meh. Yeah. Not really a fan, but it's all right. And then yesterday, when I found out that it wasn't the original, I said I hate censoring in music.
Yeah. It's kind of like if you can't say it in the title, then just don't say it in the title. Cause like, fucking niggas in Paris is another one. but that it's so weird, and like talking about it is weird too. Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, I think they should be allowed to have the original song like chart. Like, I think if the original song were on here, I might even like it.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
Well, I
I,
mean,
I
I think fuck, I don't know. That might it might have been because this was 2014, but I also don't know. But so yeah, I prefer Hot Nigga 100%. But I like this song. I think it's catchy, and I kind of like music like this. Like I wouldn't mind just like it was something I would throw on. I do gotta say, didn't it feel like really long?
yes, I really did.
This is one of those songs for me that like if it was like a minute and 30 seconds long, I would listen to it like nonstop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But since it's but the thing about this song though is that I know you're not a lyrics guy and this isn't the kind of music you listen to, so you probably never think to do this, but um if you actually like listen to the lyrics, like he has something to say because I'm sure you've noticed it doesn't have a chorus.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's just like a stream of consciousness, and so that's pretty much what this song is, and so I can kind of respect the fact that it's so long because something that I've learned through doing this podcast and listening to albums as opposed to just like singles is I really fuck with artistic integrity. Is a whole idea of people being like, I'm gonna make this long or this short, or I'm gonna do this because I fucking want to, and it might not be what's gonna play on the radio, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And so he totally could have made this song like a clean 2.5 minutes long, and it probably would have gotten even higher. But he was like, "Fuck that! I got more to say." So I respect that.
I did the lyrics, and I mean, I don't know. I think is just like um like because I'm not really into this kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
But some of these lyrics, I just to me it's almost like a turn off, I guess. And I think it's partially because of the whole like um I guess stereotype that like oh black music, and I use quotation marks there, is like lesser or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I and I don't obviously I don't think that, but because like I mean it's just one of those things where it's still kind of like can affect me even though I don't actually believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
How the fuck are they cutting in front of my house again when they was just cutting behind? And when they were also cutting in front when we fucking started.
Did
Anyway,
they cut?
yeah, no, I don't really understand, but um, well, the way to get around that is to remember that Fred Durst exists. So
Yeah, no.
anything that he writes is gonna be, I mean, was. But also, like, the only thing this song sets out to do is be catchy, you know. And like, just because listening to this song doesn't fucking mentally stimulate you doesn't mean that it's like any lesser than any other song, you know.
Yeah, no. I don't think.
Well, I'm not saying you said that, but I just like
Uh,
to fight.
it's just not really my style. I don't have an issue with it, but it's just not for me.
What'd you rate it?
6 out of 10. I think it's right.
I gave it a 2-3. Um, Honestly, I wouldn't put this on a playlist because I don't quite like it that much. But if I was listening, if I was in like a mood to listen to music like this, and I put it on, I'd be all right with it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't skip
I
it.
do. I do think part of it is that this is the only song I think on here that I didn't know.
Really,
Yeah.
this song was
So
fucking huge, but people
yeah.
use it on like Vine and in YouTube videos and stuff.
I mean, I'm sure I heard it before, but like also because I think I just wouldn't recognize it because there's not really a melody so much in here.
Yes, yeah,
Um,
and like I said, it was one of those like stream of consciousness songs, kind of.
which I do like, but it's hard for me to like latch onto them if I don't really get into it. I guess I don't know.
No, that makes sense. The most famous part is the part I don't even know what the fuck he says, but where they go about a week ago. That's like everybody's. I remember, dude, walking down the fucking hallway in high school, and just every other fucking person is saying that.
I didn't even know that was in.
Anyway,
Where is that?
it, it's like near the end.
I think I don't know. I do remember that though, the about a week ago thing. I thought that was just like a reference to that. Not this was the original.
It was a cultural fucking phenomenon, dude.
Okay, speaking of cultural fucking phenomenon.
True.
Take Me to Church by Jose.
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 The Hozier is like the typical white girl song or songwriter, I guess.
Yes.
Which is not a bad thing. But holy shit, so many people, so many white girls specifically, who fucking worship this man. And you know what? Good for them.
Yeah, they do.
But I don't know. Okay, what do you think of this song?
I fucking love this song, dude. Holy shit. I do think going back and listening to it now, I think there could be more added to it. But when the song came out, I really loved it, and I think a big part of the reason is it certain people who I knew who were very religious liked this song, but it's not necessarily a religious song, and just and that like it was like one of the first it was one of the first that I remember that was like pop songs that was kind of like a rebellion against fucking organized religion, and for me that makes it all the more badass. And no, I liked it. I thought it was really catchy when it came out. I thought it was really cool, and I still do. What do you
Is this song about him being gay? Because I remember that being a thing when this came out.
The music video had two dudes in it, which also like pissed a lot of people off, which just made it more badass. I don't think Hoser's gay. I probably should have looked that up. The song itself is about being in a relationship that is so one-sided that it's almost like you're worshiping this person. Which fucking which like or in other words, just being in a one-sided relationship. I'm pretty sure, which is pretty relatable. Um, and then take that and add that with church, and it's also relatable. Well,
The
for
only reason I
most people.
think it might be about homosexuality is because he says like more than once. He's like, we heard or we were born sick, and he says I was born sick, and that's kind of like taken it to mean that sometimes. But it might just be like a persona kind of thing.
Well, I'm sure it could, but also like um, Christians believe that everyone is born into sin. Like regardless, as soon as you're a baby, you're going to hell, is what they believe. So I'm pretty sure that's just a reference to that. But you might be right. I don't know because I didn't look it up, so I'm not gonna discount that.
Anyways, about the act.
Yes.
This is that same like solo piano style at the beginning, at least, which I still like.
Yeah.
Hozier has a damn good voice.
Yes, he does. His voice is amazing, dude.
It's yeah, and this is like super duper catchy. I think the lyrics are a little too on the nose, and by that I mostly am talking about what I thought of as the meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Saying about the relationship, that seems a lot more
Subtle.
like a lot better for the in which case I don't really agree with my own statement anymore. But
I hate it when I do that because I'm like, damn, now I gotta make a new argument up on the spot.
But I don't really care about lyrics anyways, unless they're really bad. These aren't really bad anyways. I never thought they were. But
yeah.
The chorus is so fucking catchy, especially where he's like, for me, my was death.
Yeah,
Fucking
so good.
so good.
He's so talented.
He's really, really talented. I agree. I actually think I'm gonna check out like his actual non-hits and stuff as well, but
I was thinking of doing that too. Um,
maybe one day.
he fuck. The song feels really genuine. Oh, I do think, and maybe this is just personal taste, but I feel like it could have been a little bit more epic. You know what I mean? I feel like his vocals were mixed like really, really high. And so there's like a really cool like fuzz guitar, it sounds like, or just like an electric guitar and drums, but they're just like really quiet.
Yeah, when I listen or when I like remember the song in my head, all I can remember is like his voice, and I think they have like a drum hit, like if they take me to church, like a da da
Yeah,
da da, like that's it.
but and maybe this is just me, but I think it'd be and like there's a guitar too at yeah, the part where it goes dun dun, there's like a guitar or something. And I think it'd be so cool if those were like louder and more pronounced, but it might just be that might just be preference.
Yeah, because this, I mean, it's pop music, so
It's still a fucking amazing song.
I agree.
All right, would you rate it?
I give it an 8 out of 10.
I gave it a 2-3. The song is already on my playlist. Um, Number 5 is Habits by Tove Lo. What do you think?
I had this actually I had the other song I had never heard before. Um,
You never heard this one? Oh my god, dude, this one I couldn't escape. Even as fucking
the
raunchy as it is.
I don't remember how this goes to be honest, but I did say the melody is fantastic and it's catchy as heck. The chorus is. Um,
It,
I
it
also said I really like these lyrics.
You said what?
I also said that I really like these lyrics.
Do you really?
Um, I mean, looking at the lyrics now, that's like kind of there's not a whole lot of lyrics. I like the you're gone and I got to stay high all the time kind of part
Right.
to keep off my mind. That's mostly what I meant, I think.
Well, okay, that is that okay. Those are good. I'll give you that. I 100% agree. Those are fucking fantastic lyrics. I think the verses are dumb as shit. I think this song just really felt like it was going for shock value, especially when they were playing on the fucking radio and all the conservative mothers would be like, "Oh heavens!" And then the video had fucking she's like kissing girls and everybody was freaking out, which like obviously now nobody gives a shit because it's nothing to fucking freak out about, but back then it was like crazy. Um, I think if the lyrics in the verses were a little bit more subtle, then I would like this song a lot more because she just flat out goes for like she's talking about like throwing up in the fucking what is were you looking at him?
I am now.
Can you read the verse to me?
I don't even know where the verse is.
Just the beginning.
Oh 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 oh
Yeah.
oh oh. There's a lot of that. Staying in my play pretend where the fun ain't got no end. 3 times. Oh, can't go home again. Need someone to numb the pain. 3 times. And then the first one, and then the second one. And then you're gone and I got to stay high. That's it.
What the hell? No, there's definitely more lyrics.
Probably, but I don't have the right thing. Let me get up something else. Okay.
No way.
Ah, here it is. I eat my dinner in my bathtub. Then I go to sex clubs. Watching freaky people getting it on. It doesn't make me nervous. If anything, I'm restless. Yeah, I've been around and I've seen it all. I get home, I got the munchies. Binge on all my Twinkies. Throw up in the tub. Then I go to sleep. And I drank up all my money, dazed and kinda lonely.
It's just like fuck, dude. You could say
Pretty sure.
that you could say that gracefully. And I guess some people prefer how blunt it is, and I can see the appeal in that, I guess. But I just don't like it personally.
She's just going through her day. That's what she did today.
I don't like it. But that's just me. But also like fucking, you know how terrible it is being in the car with your family listening to the radio and fucking when I get sad I go to sex clubs. It comes on the fucking radio. It's the worst. It's so awkward.
My dad listens to like songs that are very dirty. So,
Well, you were an only child.
that's fair. Um, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to this song. Um, it's definitely the first one that feels repetitive to me.
Uh huh.
All the other ones, they weren't really repetitive. I don't feel like you might disagree, but I didn't really feel like any of them reached that like annoying repetitiveness. I guess.
Not like this one did.
Yeah.
That being said, well, go ahead. Do you have more to say?
Well, not really.
Okay. So even after all my criticism, going back and listening to this song, I like it more than I did when I was a kid. So I do admit that like giving it a second chance, I'm happy I did. I still don't think I'd ever. I don't think I'd listen to it often, but I mean like, you know, it's all right. It's just a song about using really destructive coping methods, which I think is something that fucking everybody can relate to. Uh, so like, yeah, and especially like being an adult now and listening to this song, it's a little different. I use the term adult very loosely, but anyway, I rated this at 2. How about you?
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
So we effectively gave it the same rating.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of giving it the same rate, Animals by Maroon 5. So I know what your thoughts on this song are, I think. So I want to start.
Go ahead, please.
So I really want to love this song because holy shit, it's so catchy. Dude, that chorus, it's so good.
Do you like it?
But I do. But here's the thing that tears this song apart for me, besides the other thing that I'll get to. He says, just like animals, 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 moles.
Animals, moles.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
Animals, moles. In a fucking this is number 4 on the top 10.
And he would have been, you know what you could have said instead of animals, moles?
Animals.
Animal. Yeah.
Animals. Just just extend it. I was thinking that. I had that exact thought as I was listening to this again.
It's so fucking stupid.
It's so, oh my god, dude. Yeah, and that alone makes it almost unlistenable for me.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I hate it so much. So much. That enough was to keep it from getting any higher than what it got. And if it wasn't as catchy as it was, it wouldn't get anywhere close to where it is. Because these lyrics are kind of rapey.
I know.
That's the other thing. Not nearly as important as the animals moles. Just kidding. Definitely much more important. That was a joke. Please don't sue me or something. Yeah, baby, I'm preying on you tonight. Hunt you down, eat you alive, just like animals. Animals, like animals, moles. I don't know.
Animals, moles.
Maybe he meant like moles, like the animal, to like give an example.
Yeah.
What kind of
He's giving an example. Like animals. Moles, for instance.
which is like
I'm gonna hunt you.
Animal to use.
I'm gonna hunt you down and eat you alive. Like, well, you know what does that? A mole.
Yeah, right.
Moles are known to hunt each other down and eat each other alive. In very odd sexual metaphors. Okay. Well, it's time for Tyler's opinion. Fuck this song. Fuck everything about this song. I hate it. This was another song that I could not escape. I literally could not escape this one, and this one didn't have like questionable fucking. He wasn't I mean, it was overtly sexual, but if you're not thinking about it, then it just sounds like an animal song, I guess. What I'm trying to say is, for some reason, this one was just like more prevalent than the other ones for me. I could not fucking get away from this song. The aforementioned animals, moles, horrible. Fucking, there's a part where he howls. He fucking howls like a wolf.
He's hungry like the wolf. Or the mole. I
Uh,
think that's mole howl, not a
right, yeah. He's
wolf.
hungry like the mole from the chorus. Um, but dude, fucking Songs About Jane, man, was such a good album. And then they come back with this shit. This sounds like no effort. It's horrible. And like, yeah, Adam Levine is an amazing vocalist, but like, holy shit, dude, you can't just do whatever you want. I mean, yes, you can. That's what artistic integrity is. But God, I don't know. I just hate this song. I hate it.
I don't hate it. This was out of all these songs, this and maybe number two was probably the ones I heard the most
Mhm.
without wanting to. So that's enough to almost make it so I don't like it, but it's so catchy that I still kind of like it because I just am really into the melody.
I can respect
And
that.
um, the verse is also really catchy too. I don't know what he's singing about, probably more rapey stuff, I'm pretty sure. Um, but it's catchy, so I kind of like it. Um, but yeah,
I miss the old Maroon Five. But would you rate it?
I gave it a 7 out of 10. Interesting. Speaking of one, number three.
Shake it,
I think it's actually your turn to introduce it all.
shake,
Introduce it all.
shake it off by a girl T Swift.
You Swizzle, where you got your name from.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that until because I didn't. I thought I came up with it. I kind of
For those who don't know, Tyler was actually named after Taylor Swift. They didn't put the Y or the A in there.
or the Swift. They use my last name.
But
But
he was named after Taylor Swift. His dad was a big Taylor Swift fan.
Swifties, as they're called. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and when I was born, he fucking, my mom was like, "Did you forget the A in Taylor?" And my dad was like, "Shit, I guess our kid's named Tyler now." Fuck.
Yeah, but back then they didn't have erasers or anything really to change the name. So,
They, they forgot to write the A, so they needed an eraser.
yeah.
No,
When
you just put a little A in there.
and that was when Taylor was only 10 years old. So I mean,
He's very proactive.
50 is kind of an understatement. He's a big fan.
Yeah,
Anyways, that was a dumb thing. What do you think of the actual song?
I fuck with it. It's okay. I like that it's. I like that it's. What it is. What it is like her being like, "Hey haters, I hear what you're saying. Fuck you." And then like, you know what I mean? That's what the song is, and I like
Yeah,
that. I like that a lot. And it's catchy. Uh, Really, the only thing that makes me not like this song is the fucking talking part that she does.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get to that. The saxophone in this would honestly carry a weaker song, but this song, the melody's already so good. I think the sax is just adding to it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The, like,
Yeah. Uh huh.
the thing.
It's like this song is
Um,
pretty good, honestly.
I agree. The chorus I think is the second catchiest so far, behind Bang Bang,
Yeah.
which is really saying something because out of all these songs, like all of them are very catchy.
Exactly.
Um,
No, you're right. I agree. Even the bad
I
ones.
absolutely, I absolutely love the sound of this song, but I wish the lyrics weren't fucking awful. I just fucking, oh my god. She says, this is the bridge. She says, hey, just think, while you've been getting down and out with about the liars and the dirty cheats of the world, You could have been getting down to this
This
sick
sick beat.
My ex-man brought his new girlfriend. She's like, oh my god, I'm just a pig. And to the fella over there with the hella good hair, why don't you come on over, baby? We can shake, shake, shake.
She's
What
actually
an awful bridge.
she's
Holy shit.
she's talking about me when she said with the hella good hair.
Probably,
Yeah.
but it's still awful.
Cause no, but no, that I feel like I could go through that line by line and talk about why it's awful. Um,
That'll be next episode.
yeah, that'll be our special bonus episode. But for one thing, this sick beat, why? Yeah, it just
Yeah.
makes you like full body cringe. And the thing is, like, she really didn't have to do that. They could have done Imagine if they did a saxophone solo.
Dude, holy shit. That
Wouldn't
would
that-
have been his 9 out of 10.
Wouldn't that have been so badass?
That would have been so cool. You know what would have been better than this bridge?
Huh.
30 minutes of avant-garde, like, fucking around on a piano.
Like H. John Benjamin's entire album.
Yes.
Good
I
idea.
still wouldn't have picked it. It would
No,
have been better than what it is.
yeah. And honestly, that alone makes me kind of dislike this song. Because if that wasn't in the song, I might actually put this on a playlist, believe it or not. Because it's catchy. It feels good. And it's a good song to listen to when you feel powerful, you know?
I agree. I still like this song a lot.
I do too, honestly.
I mean, I just love catchiness. Like, if your song is catchy, I will probably like it.
You probably
That's
really
all it boils down to for me.
Probably really like baseballs then, huh?
Or a band or something. I don't.
No. Okay. Anyway, so what'd you rate it?
Give it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. I gave it a 2. So yeah.
All right. Speaking of 2, we got number 2. All About That Bass. Bass by Megan Trainor, the daughter of Jerry Trainor, who played
Spencer and iCarly, and Crazy Steve and Drake and Josh for the older audience.
That's not true. He did play those roles, but she is not his daughter.
Oh, I was like, yes, he was Crazy Steve. Fucking fight me on it. Anyway, Megan Trainor.
So, okay, I think this is another scenario where I think I know what your opinion is. I'm going to talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I will say I really want to like this song more than I do, because I don't know if you noticed, but that bass line is so good.
Pretty good.
It's so good. The melody itself is also pretty good. But holy shit. Oh, well, okay. Specifically, the part where she's like all the right jump in all the right places.
Yeah.
That is such a good melody.
Uh-huh.
And I said it would be so good, all caps, with better lyrics. I fucking hate these lyrics. They're awful. They're so bad. They're really, like, really bad. Like,
Thank you.
Like, would be butthole bad.
Dude, the song itself is a fucking doo-wop song. And doo-wop songs are catchy as fuck.
Agreed.
So like, yeah, if you just got an instrumental of this song and sang something better, it would be so good. And you could even still call it All About That Bass. Just make it infinitely better.
The chorus itself is actually really good. It'd be better if it wasn't Megan singing it and they had like a bass singing it. Like, I think that'd be awesome.
Like a bass guitar.
You could do like the bass sings like Because You Know I'm All About That Bass, and then have like the backing vocals up high saying no trouble. Like something like that would be fucking awesome, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not very enthusiastic. It's okay.
That sounds like something a choir would do. That sounds like something a glee club would do.
Well, that's what I'm saying, like doo-wop.
But that is much. It's much better. No, it's better. I'm not saying you're wrong. Sorry, that just took a lot for me to like conceptualize in my very empty brain.
Okay, good. It's prior to 11 a.m. So.
Jesus, Crimmy, I don't even know what prior means. Just kidding.
It's
Okay,
short.
so this song, for fuck's sake, dude, it's so obviously bait. You know what I mean? For like,
Uh,
and I hate to be so blunt about it, but it's bait for like girls who feel bad about themselves, for any fucking reason. And the thing that I hate about this song, and a lot of songs like this, is that like, as you know, David, and I'm sure anybody who's seen any video with me in it, I'm a little skinny, I'm a little lanky, little boy. In my entire life, I've like caught shit for it, and then like fucking top 10 popular songs like this. And here's the thing, is that I don't make fun of people based on their weight because I'm not a fucking asshole, unless I'm like talking like, okay, maybe I do like out of context, but um, generally, have you ever heard me like, have I ever made fun of you for your weight, David, or something, or like any of our friends in our group?
no.
Thank you. That's what I meant. I don't do it
What
to
if
like,
you with us like made shit up?
yeah, yeah. You just start like a story. Like, let me get out the list, Tyler. Um, and the reason why I'm so skinny is because I just am. And like, like I've heard the classic like, oh, eat a cheeseburger, and it's like, cool, thank you. And to have this song come out, and like other songs like this and be like, oh, skinny people are the fucking worst. It sucks. It stinks. And I know that that's probably like a very marginalized view, but it's my view, and that's part of the reason why I don't like this song. Is, and honestly, there's not a lot of attacking skinny people in this song. I think there's only really one part, and it's the part where she goes, go ahead and tell all them skinny bitches back, and then she goes, nah, I'm just playing. Every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top, and it's like, dude, if you're gonna do it, then like have some balls about it. It's such a cap out. You know what I mean? A cop out
I
rather.
get.
And like obvious, and this song is another one where the lyrics to me were just so obviously written. A bunch of fucking rich dudes sat down and were like, all right, teenage girls are feeling bad about their bodies. How are we gonna write a song that fucking makes them feel good about themselves, is sexually really weird, um, has a message that everybody feels good about themselves, even people who aren't overweight, but also fucking make fun of skinny people, but then immediately double back on it. Like, fuck you. Oh my god. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I'm not skinny. I have a dad bod. Um, so I
But
don't
see,
feel.
go
Well,
ahead.
I don't feel personally attacked.
Yeah.
However, holy shit, what a fucking shitty thing to do. Like, just don't attack people in your songs. Like, I don't. It's not that hard.
Well, and
Like,
like, how do you?
if you want to make a song about, hey, fat people are gorgeous, go right ahead. Go right ahead. No
That's
one's
the
gonna
thing.
stop.
Yeah, that. Thank you, David. That's the thing, is that to empower which I say that with air quotes, fat
Right?
people.
Yeah.
To empower fat people, all you have to do is say fat people are beautiful. You do not have to attack any other body type, and it's the same with any position, and that's what people really don't understand. Like, because, for instance, okay, David, let's say you got on a green shirt, and I like to wear blue shirts. Um, and I happen to be part of a group of people who specifically wear blue shirts, and you wear green shirts. Now, if I want to talk about how amazing blue shirted people are, all I have to say is that people who wear blue shirts are great. I don't have to say shit about people who wear green shirts because I'm not talking about green shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so many people, when they're empowering themselves, they have to attack people who are opposite of them, and that's not how shit works. Two things can be good at the same time.
Yeah. Take a lesson from uh, God Amongst Men, Mika, who has a song called "Big Girl, You Are Beautiful," where the chorus is exactly that: "Big girl, you are beautiful." Because that's all you need is just say, "Hey, fat people are beautiful." My God, like,
Listen, dude, cuties come in all shapes and colors and sizes. Okay,
exactly.
you can quote me on that one too. In fact, I want to get that tattooed on my leg, my inner thigh. Anyway, I rate this song a 1-2. I hate it, but it's kind of
Uh,
catchy.
I personally really like the doo-wop retro pop kind of thing, and
Yeah,
I really wish that this song had better lyrics and would have caught on and started a different trend. Because I really like the instrumentation and the backing vocals. But Megan is an awful voice, to be honest.
You don't like it?
Well, her voice isn't great, I'll say that, but it's okay, I guess.
It sounds like every girl I went to high school with singing.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I still gave it a 7 out of 10 because it's really fucking catchy.
It is really catchy. I must agree.
Speaking of really catchy, it's your turn.
Tofu's so cute, bro. Oh my god, I love her so much. Anyway, Blank Space by once again Blank Space by T Swizzle. She had 1 and 3 from the same album,
Okay.
which is pretty badass.
Yeah, she's a badass woman.
Honestly, I don't have much to say about this song. It's not bad by any means. It has a really cool it has a really cool rhythm. I'd even say it has kind of an interesting soundscape. Like not as much as something like Bang Bang, but it just has like there's a little bit of atmosphere in it. There's a cool like pen clicking gimmick. Oh shit, that was very quiet. That noise.
And I'll write your name.
Yeah. It's not bad. What do you think?
The melody should not be catchy. But holy shit, it just is.
It's kind of weird.
Nice to meet you. Where you been? But it's one note, and it's like this really awkward rhythm. This like 16th note and dotted 8th note.
Yeah.
Like nice to meet you. Where you been? But it's like really catchy.
Dude,
I don't get it.
I can see every fucking band director who had their kids do like top 10 hits being like pop up pop up pop up ba. Why are you not getting that? It's one note. It's so easy. Again, start over. Again, pop up pop up pop up ba. What are you not understanding?
I shouldn't be able to sing it better than you can play it.
Oh, PTSD.
I'm pretty sure this chord progression is 1 6 4 5, which I wrote down because I felt it. I could be wrong.
Felt
That's
it.
what it felt like.
Yeah.
The chorus is so catchy.
Yeah, and this song is another one of her, cause like, remember how like everybody gave Taylor Swift shit about like writing songs about her exes, but like every man who has ever picked up a guitar has written a song about an ex.
Yes.
So like I completely agree, like, and that makes this song all the more badass for me too, where she's like, "Fuck you," like, yeah, I've been with a lot of people, I'm gonna do what I fucking want, and I'm gonna write a song about how you're a bitch about it, and it's gonna make number one.
That is pretty badass.
Yeah.
I kind of don't like lyrics.
I
just because it's like she's singing about how she's a shitty girlfriend almost. Like, why would you do that? Like, that's just kind of stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of songs like that.
I feel like this song is almost targeted towards girls that think they're like badass, but they're not actually. And like, not to say that Taylor didn't write this like genuinely. I think she did.
Yeah. But I can kind of see what you mean.
Is this like, what, darling, I'm a nightmare dressed as a daydream? Like, come on.
Listen, bro, I cannot take anyone seriously when they say shit like that.
Right.
It does not matter who it is. It doesn't matter if I'm getting dude. If I was getting robbed, and they were like, "Give me all your money," and I was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." And then he like pulled his knife out and he went, "Darling, I'm a nightmare dressed as a daydream." I would fucking walk away.
Laugh at.
Be like, "No, you're not robbing me, you dumbass. Put that back in your fucking pocket and think of some better material."
You don't deserve my money.
If you would have said something cool, I would have given you my wallet. I would have asked you to take it.
Yeah, but imagine if he said like, "Oh my god," and I'm just gonna take.
Now that's something I could. Yeah, okay. Here, take it.
I don't need it anyways.
My ex-man. Oh boy. Okay, what?
I have a little bit more to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I fucking love. I keep saying fucking like that actually enhances anything.
We
But
both
I'm
do
just gonna
that.
say, well, I'm gonna stop doing it so that I can hear better than you. So I love the part where she's like, "Could I have your lunch, space, baby?" And I'll write your name. I love that part specifically the "and I'll write your name"
Yeah,
part. That's just really clever, creative, and I like it.
it's pretty good.
And it's cool how they end the song like that. I think.
Uh-huh.
Also, the bridge where she's like, "Boys only want love if it's torture. Don't say I didn't warn you." That part is really, really cool musically. I
Hmm.
wish it wasn't weird lyrics and because it's kind of like almost cringy lyrics to me.
Yeah, yeah,
But the music that's going on there is really, really good.
I agree with that sentiment. The music is fucking awesome, and like the part where she goes, "What, yeah," or whatever at the end, that's pretty cool. Um, fucking boys only want love if it's torture. They coming from somebody who has dealt with many women who have concealed their fucking devil horns. It's bullshit.
No, I think she's talking about mass sadomasochism. It's really popular
With the
with the
boys. Yeah. I think you're right. Oh boy.
Anyway, 8 out of 10. I love it.
I gave it a 2. It might be a 2-3 if I keep listening to it.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Well, you made it through the first part of the podcast. If you'd like to take a bathroom break or maybe go grab a snack, now would be a fantastic time. I'd like to thank you for putting up with that nonsense, but get ready for more. So this week,
Intermission before Act 2.
yeah. So make go pee now. Now, uh, this week we have songs for dads by the Walters. Now, the Walters are not as big a band as Chicago or Paul McCartney. Uh,
They're close, but they're not quite there
yeah,
yet.
so I could not find as much information about the songs, unfortunately. I do have. I pulled up all the Genius for all the songs because there's only 6 songs. However, I can't find a lot actually written by the Walters, and I went to their website and it's just a merch website, which I respect, but also like, come on, I want to know the story. But I was able to find out that this album rather, was released in 2014. It's like I said, it's kind of it's kind of indie. The members, this is what I got, are Luke Olson, Walter Costner, which sounds like he's the only Walter, so I guess he just named the band after himself, which is pretty fucking alpha. And I'd like to see if I can't get my band to do that. Michael James Tirabassi is another member. Danny Wells, and then Charlie Eckhouse, I think is how you say that. Those are the members. Luke and Michael are the main songwriters, or at least on this album. They are. The album art. What do you think of the album art, David? Have you seen it?
Let me pull up a big old image. Of course I've seen it.
Oh, you
I've
listen.
listened to
Of
it.
course, you have to. Yeah, because you fucking listen to it. What am I talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Give me just a second. I want to look this up like a full image. I think it's really cool. It's kind of odd. I will say I definitely like the aesthetic of the like. It's almost like a sketch.
Yeah.
And I like the calligraphy of both the Walters and also Songs for Dads.
Yes.
I don't know what exactly it's supposed to be. Though. I mean, I know it's a person, but I don't know what specifically he's doing.
So like the album cover is it's black and white. There's kind of an implied white border, um, in that the artwork there's one black corner and the rest of the artwork is like sketch line work that just stops at a border. So there's no like
Yeah.
specific border, but like I said, it's implied. But the Walters is at the top in like kind of handwritten. It looks like a handwritten font, like it's a mix between cursive and like normal script. And then Songs for Dads is at the bottom in like full cursive. And then in the middle, there's a big old sketch of it looks like a guy who's like passed out on a pillow or something.
You're just sleeping.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the face he's making is kind of weird,
it is really weird.
and his
It's
eyes
a
kind of
big
like
nostril.
yeah, he's got a really big nose. His eye kind of bugs out too, but it looks enough like a person that you know it's a person, but something just looks kind of off about it, but in that surrealist art kind of good way, I think.
I agree.
So it's not
Um,
like it's nothing that takes away, and I think it's a cool album cover for this album. All
I
right.
agree. I like you mentioned the like border.
Uh huh.
They're playing with Nick space there, which is something I absolutely love, and I
Yeah.
wish everyone did forever. And also, this isn't really. It's like an off white. It's like a cream almost. It's definitely not just white. Um,
Oh, you're right.
it's yeah,
I happen to
which
be kind of bad with colors, so.
that is an understatement.
All right.
But I
So,
like it. I like it a lot.
what were your thoughts going into it?
Going into it, well, okay. Initially, when you said the name of the album and the band, I thought this would be like some super campy like doo wop band from the '40s or something.
It
Um,
does sound like a doo-wop band, doesn't it?
it really does, and especially songs for dads. Like I thought it was a compilation album of like the best like doo wop hits from the Walters, which would amount to like hitting like number 187 on the top charts or something like that.
Yeah.
And then like that was like their and I was not excited. And then I looked it up and I realized I have one of these songs that came up in my Discover Weekly, um, and so I got a little more excited. I like the indie rock genre
Me too.
a lot. I think you like it. I don't know that you necessarily like it more than me. You definitely are more familiar with it.
Mm.
I would say we're pretty equal in terms of how much we enjoy it. Um, I was excited going into it. But then I saw the length and I was a little upset that it's so short.
Very short, yeah.
But at the same time, I was kind of happy because like if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have to sit through an hour and a half every time.
Yeah.
Which we'll see if that's what happened or not. But so yeah, going into it, I was definitely excited.
Cool.
Um,
All right. Well, without
yeah,
further ado, so the very first song on the album is "I Love You So." This one has lyrics by Luke Olson. Um, it's a song about. I think it's another like. It's similar to like a one-sided relationship song. It's just a song about like being in love with somebody but realizing that they're not good for you.
I let's see what I wrote. Oh shoot, wrong one. I like this vibe a lot. The lo-fi indie rock. It's
Yeah.
specifically lo-fi, which
Yeah.
I know you love. I'm also a big fan for sure. Um, I love the chorus. Or actually, this is a refrain. Do you know the difference?
No.
Okay, so a chorus is basically like a normal chorus. You kind of already know what it is.
Hmm.
But what makes it a refrain is if it's only like one phrase repeated over and over again.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So like the fact it's just "I love you so" over and over again, um, is um, makes it a refrain. Um, and the lyrics of the chorus remind me of the Wings song, and I can't remember what song, but basically they go like in the Wings song, it's like "Baby, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so," and like this doesn't sound like that at all,
But they
but
say
it's
"I
the
love you
same
so."
lyric.
It's the same lyric.
So still good.
There's lots of really cool harmonies.
It really is. this whole album in general has like an ethereal vibe. Is the
Yes.
best way I can put it. It's like super atmospheric.
Yeah.
This song especially, I think was the most atmospheric. Um, in terms of lyrics, he says, he sings, "I hope you feel what I felt when you shattered my soul, 'cause you were cruel and I'm a fool, so please let me go." I said, damn, that hits hard.
Dude,
I
holy
fucking
shit.
love that.
Especially coming from somebody who's fresh out of that fucking situation. Yeah, this song hit harder because I liked it. I heard about it before any of that went down, and this actually became like one of my. This is one of my favorite songs, honestly, uh, off the album and in general. It's so good. Oh my god. And yeah, just the very real lyrics and imagery of being in a relationship with somebody where you know that it's time for you to leave, but you're still kind of like, but I want to hold on, but it's bad for me. Yeah, and I hope you feel what I felt when you shattered my soul. Yeah, that's just such like a common. That's just such a relatable thing. It's good. Mm, delicious.
Also, solo is very good. Um, yeah, I really liked it. It's hard for me to really get into new music, new to me,
Mm-hmm.
because familiarity um, is really important for me, which it shouldn't be. I'll admit.
Well, that's what this podcast is for.
Yeah, that's true. That's why we do this over a week, so that we can hopefully get a little more familiar with it.
Yeah.
Um, because like my first listen, none of these songs like sounded any different from each other. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
like not in a bad way, but like I couldn't tell you which song
Well, yeah.
was it.
Yeah.
Like if you played the beginning of the song, I'd be like, "Ah, I don't know. You know.
Yeah. And
Um,
some of these are still kind of like that for me.
but yeah, I did love this song. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Um,
Well,
what
like I said, this is one of my favorites, so I gave it a 3. The song is fucking amazing. Another thing I want to say real quick, Luke Olson's vocals are they're I don't know how to describe this way of singing, but it's a very indie way where like it kind of sounds like they're not trying 100%, but it sounds so good. It gives it kind of like a lax, like chill, smooth feeling to it. So
it's a lo-fi style.
yeah, and it's good, and it's amazing. And not only that, but it's distinct.
Really.
And one thing you'll find out about me when it comes to vocalists is that for me personally, if you have like not the best singing voice, but your voice is distinct, then it'll sound so much better than all the pop people who have really good voices, but they all sound the same. Um, but that's just me.
Well, I have the perfect artist for you, um,
Do ya?
Mr. Bob Dylan,
Well, yeah,
which we'll get to. We'll get to.
get to eventually. Anyway, you said 8 out of 10.
I did say out of 10. I think this one will grow on me a little more. I don't know that it'll get to a 9 out of 10, but it might. But it'll definitely, I think, grow on me, and I'll like it more and more. Um, but yeah,
Nice.
8 out of 10. I love it. So, I love it so.
Right. So next up, we have New Girl, um, in parentheses, Tom's song. This one is a little bit faster, and the vocals are by what's his last name here, Michael James Tirabassi in this one. What do you think?
So this is the one that I had already,
Oh, really?
and yes, this is the one that came up. And so, once again, familiarity. I think I like this song more than I would otherwise. Um, Also, it's more upbeat,
Mm-hmm.
which I like both. Like the atmospheric stuff and the upbeat stuff. But I think I prefer this kind of like upbeat, almost poppy thing.
Yeah.
Um, And okay, let's see what I wrote. I said, yeah, this is the song I already knew. The verse melody is really nice, and I like the rhythm that the guitar is playing.
Mm.
I don't know exactly what it is, but I remember really liking the specific rhythm. The chorus, though, oh my god, it's so fucking catchy,
It's
dude.
catchy. It's awesome.
I'm a new girl. It's so good. Oh, it's so good, so good, so good. Um, the I like the short solo, but I don't know why it's so early in the song. It's kind of weird to have one that early because
It
it's
is.
still this song's like not super long, but it's kind of bulky because it's got a lot of sections. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's weird to have it. I think it comes after the first chorus.
Yeah, I think this song might be a little better structurally if they would have done it a little later.
Yeah, I agree. Um, the backing vocals are fantastic. The instrumental break kind of reminds me of the Beach Boys. Um,
Michael Tirabasi's vocals kind of remind me of the Beach Boys, a tad bit.
that's who's singing this one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can hear that.
I gotta say, so like, it's interesting that this was your first impression of the Walters and mine was "I Love You So" because we probably had two completely different bands in our brains. Because like,
Yeah.
both of these are different vocalists. Luke Olson is very chill, very like laid back, relaxed vocals. Michael Tirabasi is more. His are more like kind of he enunciates more, which like isn't a bad thing. But honestly, in this song, I didn't like Michael's vocals as much, but like I said, they're distinct, and that's what makes me like it. Um, and like you were saying, this song is very, very, very catchy.
I actually prefer. This is Michael, right?
Yeah,
I prefer his vocals,
yeah,
and I think that's familiarity. Um,
it might be, and that might be why I prefer Luke Olson's.
yeah. Also, I'm listening now. That's how I'm gonna, because I haven't heard this album in like 4 days. I'm listening to it very quietly in my ear. Um, the guitar tone is really good.
Yeah,
I don't know how I didn't make note of that, but
yeah,
um,
all the effects, and like you mentioned earlier that the background vocals were good, and like you can pretty much say that for the entire album.
that's true. This actually like sounds like the Beach Boys. If the Beach Boys came out a little later and like yeah, especially like the vocal or the instrumental break is happening right now. Yeah, this
Um,
is the Beach Boys. Your Beach Boys.
I really like in the chorus it goes, so we're still together for now, but my new girl is coming to town. That's I don't know, it's just so badass. Like obviously it sound I don't know what it's supposed to mean per se. It sounds kind of shitty, but I like it a lot.
Well, I'll tell you apparently what it's not supposed to mean.
What's that?
It's apparently not about Tom Stump's love for his daughter.
But also is Strife because it has 17 downvotes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that too.
I don't know. Okay, I guess it's just very much not about that.
Yeah, because the title of the song is New Girl, and then in parentheses Tom's song, but there's no one in
Yeah.
the band named Tom, and so I wasn't able to find out much about what this song means. But
I don't know who Tom Stump is.
I don't even know how to say that. It's Stuhmcke.
When I look it up, all that comes up is the Walters New Girl Tom song lyrics. Genius.
It might just be
So
like one of their friends or something.
I guess there's some Prezi stuff.
It's funny. This song we can kind of surmise that the vocalist in this narrative is an asshole. Uh, Later on,
Yes.
he goes, "So I imagine you're upset, but I'm not responsible for that. I tried to give you happiness, but all that ever happened is you ended getting pissed.
That's so fucking funny.
So we're still together for now, but my new girl is coming to town." Um, Yeah, it sounds like a relationship that's, or maybe it's like one of those like halfway relationships that's falling apart, and has like he's like found somebody else who he like is into. It's probably something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
I hope it doesn't have anything to do with a daughter, because this does not look like a father daughter relationship, but we'll see. Or
Oh,
maybe
there's one proposed edit. It says he crossed out everything that the original comment said, and he just said he means that he's still waiting for his true love to come while he's in a relationship with this girl. I don't know.
I
This is
guess
I don't know.
I don't know about that one either.
I think he's just trying to be like an asshole and like have that be a song, which is cool. I think he's just putting on a persona of like he's like writing a story. Like instead of singing about himself, he's making something up basically. If
Maybe,
that makes sense. I don't know.
but I like it. It's
But
good.
this is very very good. One of my favorites. 9 out of 10. I really really like this one.
Nice. I gave it a two. I think the more I think about it, the more I want to make it a 2-3. I think I might have been a little bit too harsh, but yeah. Next up, we have Fancy Shoes. This one is another one sang by Olsen. This one is lower tempo, and it's just kind of got like a nice little groove to it. Yeah, this one, however, it's weird. It feels slower, but it's shorter than the last song, which was like faster. So it's kind of weird going in that way. But basically, this one is kind of about it's another love song. It's another song saying like, "Please take me back." Uh, he sets up this picture where he's like drunk and he's talking to whoever. And the title comes from him saying that he's wearing fancy shoes.
Yeah. So um, the first thing I wrote is that this piano has me in my feels. And the melody is really good.
Mm-hmm.
There's whiskey by my veins, I think. I love that a lot.
Yeah.
I definitely think I prefer this to "I Love You So" in terms of like this. This is the same person, right? As "I Love You So."
Yep.
Yeah. So in terms of like that, I definitely think I prefer this one because to be fair, this one, even though it's slower tempo, is actually more upbeat.
Yeah.
And in terms of lyrics, the chorus, I think it's I guess the chorus. Let's go walking in the city tonight. You'll wear that dress that makes you look so nice. Like my fancy shoes, I wore them just for you. Those I really really like those lyrics.
Yeah. That's good.
Like those
It's
stood out to me a lot.
it's painting a picture of this guy who's like just trying to get his ex lover back, and he's like, "Look, I'm actually putting in effort now," as opposed to obviously being a shitty person before. Which this song coming right after New Girl is kind of interesting because you know what I mean? Because like the one
Yeah.
song is like about being a dick, and this one is about like, "Oh, please take me back."
Is this about him taking back his ex?
Huh?
Is this about him getting his ex back, or is it just about like? Okay, I guess it is. Yeah, I
Maybe
see
not.
now.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. I think it
Um,
is because he says about being a better man.
mhm. I mostly just focused on the chorus, I guess, because like this just seems like a fun little like love song to like it almost because of the chorus it seems like something someone would write for their girlfriend, like just a cute little song,
Yeah,
and it sounds like that. But the lyrics, I guess, I'm reading it now. It's more about more about taking back someone than just loving who they have now.
hmm,
Um, that doesn't change anything for me. I just um,
yeah,
you know
yeah. That's what it's about.
the trumpet solo in the middle is very very nice.
It's
Um,
cool too.
yeah, it's like I wrote it's very carefree, and fun. Like life is just going really well at that time,
Yeah.
that moment. Um, yeah, I really really like this one too.
This song is, it has one of those kind of juxtapositions where it sounds really happy, but the lyrics are kind of sad. And
Yeah,
songs like that are fucking awesome. They're so cool.
I give it a 9 out of 10.
Nice. I give it a 2-3.
Oh,
Love this one.
next
Next,
song.
next up, we have "Old Friend" by the Walters off their album "Songs for Dads." This one is just, uh, it's a little bit more up tempo. Very pleasant, I think, but it's just a nice little song about friends, about meeting up with somebody after not seeing them for a while. And it's the kind of song that, like, you listen to it and it makes you want to go meet an old friend and talk to them for a while. Uh, it's a song about catching up, and the cool thing is, it's something that I don't think there's enough of, or maybe there's just not enough of that I listen to. But more songs that are just about being friends, like no love in it, or if there is love, it's the friend love. Uh,
Mhm.
just songs about friendship. Songs like that are just so, I don't know. They just make you feel good. Songs about friends.
Um, so the first thing I wrote, um, nice doo-wop chord.
Yeah,
So I don't know if you know this specific chord progression is the doo-wop chord progression. I think it's 1-6-2-5 in this case.
I think you're right
Uh,
because I just looked it up so I could write a doo-wop song.
nice. Um, it's really cool having um it's really cool having like this guitar play doo-wop chords because it's almost like a combination of styles.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know if that's because I'm so well versed with like, well, I don't know if that's because I know that those are the doo-wop chords or if it's actually like a feeling. Um, but it definitely to me gives me kind of feelings of both.
Mm.
And holy shit, the vocal harmonies here are so goddamn good.
Yeah.
So good, dude. This is pure like they clearly love the Beach Boys. I can tell. Like, um, well, I hope I'm not wrong, I guess, but I feel like the Beach Boys had to be a huge influence on them because this is pure. This is exactly what Brian Wilson would have
It
written.
does. This does sound kind of like a Brian Wilson song.
This sounds like the kind of song that would be on like um, one of their albums after Pet Sounds. Um, like, I mean, not necessarily with this arrangement, obviously, but
Yeah.
that song itself. In the chorus, when well, I guess it's chorus. I don't know. This song's kind of weirdly structured. Um, but when he says, "Oh, it's nice to see you again, my friend," and then like in the background, they're like, "My friend,
Yeah.
my friend, my friend." This reminds me of a different Wings song. This one I remember the name of. It's called "Single Pigeon." Um, and in the chorus, he's like, um, let me look at the lyrics real quick because I actually really like the lyrics to this song. Can't remember them specifically, but okay. He says this is a single pigeon. He says
Mm.
single seagull gliding over Regent's Park Canal. Do you need a pal for a minute or two? You do? Me too. And then in the background he's like, me too, me too. And they kind of like, it just reminds me of that song a lot, specifically the like, because he says me too, and then the background vocals say
Yeah.
me too a lot of times. And and I think it kind of helps, I think it establishes it as two different people kind of thing. Like, there's two different friends and they're kind of talking to each other. I really
This is
like that.
another one that Luke Olson sings. By the way, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, I figured. I really like this one as well. Um,
Yeah, this one's badass. It's catchy. It's a bop. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say about it because, in all honesty, there's not much to it. But that's what makes it good to me.
right.
Yeah, it's just a nice, catchy little pleasant song about seeing a friend you haven't seen in a while. And this song is probably going to hit different after they lift quarantine.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's certainly. But as is with quarantine, I still gave it an 8 out of 10. I love this song.
I gave it a 2-3. I also love this song.
Alright.
Next up, we have What's Left. The second, last, and final song that is sung by Michael Tirabassi. This one is another love song, but it's similarly to the ones that aren't New Girl, where it's like kind of remorseful. Michael Tirabassi has a kind of like Michael McDonald type, like sad dog voice. However, I think in this song it sounds really, really good. I think that, and it didn't sound bad in New Girl, but this one I like his I like the way he sings a lot more. He really enunciates like his R's and his vowels and stuff, and like I don't know, it sticks out. And in this song, I think it really, really works well with the music behind it.
Yeah. Oh god. I can agree. Or I do agree. The first thing I wrote was I really like the guitar line between the verses, the
Yeah.
first two verses. Where he's just like dun 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 dun, and there's like a slight echo effect.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a really cool soundscape right there. These guys are really fucking good at melodies.
Yes, they are. Oh my god.
This
And
chorus is
harmony.
catchy. Yeah. It actually reminds me of Weezer, to be honest. Like,
Oh, I can see that. I can see that.
specifically like White Album, Weezer.
Yeah.
Which I know you don't necessarily know what that means, but
We listened to the White Album when we went to Florida. Remember?
I thought we only listened to the Blue Album.
No, we listened to Baby.
Well, that's good. So yeah, this specifically like reminds me of like something that would be on the White Album.
Yeah.
Nothing other than that, like nothing really stands out in this song, but it's still like really, really good.
I gotta say, so there's a the way the song is structured is there's verse 1, verse 2, chorus, post chorus, verse 3, verse 4, chorus, post chorus, and at the end, this song is 3 minutes and 25 seconds, but for me it just feels like long as fuck. I don't know why, but
Well,
huh?
I do know why, and I'll tell you. You basically just explained it.
Yeah.
So you just named like three or like I don't know why I said three, like 6 different sections.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe. So even if those sections are only like 10 seconds long, the fact that there's so many of them, it creates like
Artificial length.
in your mind. So if you think about she came in the bathroom window.
Yeah.
But how long do you think that song is?
You know what? You're right, because off the top of my head, I feel like that song's like 3+ minutes long, but it's definitely not, because nothing in the medley is that long.
It's like 2 minutes. It's like barely 2 minutes.
It feels long as fuck though. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
That's because structure.
So that's how this song feels. The chorus, post chorus especially, is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because the chorus is tell me what is left around here other than you, my love, twice, and then the post chorus is don't say we're through, don't say we're through, don't say we're through, don't say we're through. Now it's catchy, it's still good, but it feels kind of clunky to me, weird. And also like the way he sings the chorus is weird. Cause he goes like, tell me what the notes he uses are weird, and also like the way he says it just sounds kind of weird. Tell me what is left round here other than you, my love. I don't know. And maybe it's just me. I just think it sounds kind of strange.
I think it sounds good though.
I don't think it sounds bad. I don't think it's quite as good as it could be, but all in all, this song is still good.
Yeah. again, like nothing really stands out for me, but I do like it. So I gave it a 7 out of 10.
I gave it a
Um,
2.
it's probably my least favorite on the album, but it's still like fantastic.
In the context of the album, it's pretty good too.
I agree. Yeah, it does definitely fit within the album. Like it doesn't. It's not like a low light. If that makes sense. Instead of a highlight, a low light.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's definitely like the least standouty. It's almost filler, I guess, but not. I mean, it's not. But it's the closest to filler that there is on this album. I feel like.
I agree. And it's the second to last, so
Right.
it's usually where a filler goes.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's still a good song.
I agree. Yeah.
All right.
7
Last but not least, we have Life, the final song by the Walters from the album Songs for Dads. This one is also this is the second longest after What's Left, I think. This one is very, very, very atmospheric. It's a lot slower. There's lots of reverb on the vocals, and they're doing a lot of harmonies. And the song itself is just kind of like an abstract song about it's really a song about nothing, but not in a bad way, in an abstract, artful way.
Yeah. The simple strumming with the chords combined with the melody in the verse is really, it's actually like really kind of powerful. At least at establishing this mood that they're going for of life moving slowly, which I said, I wonder what this song is about, because the chorus is or the refrain, just him saying life moves slowly a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And then right after that, in the verse, he says life moves so slow.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what it's about, but man, this song is so fucking good, dude.
It's pretty good.
The refrain is so atmospheric, and it's pure Beach Boys.
It's yeah, fuck. The harmonies are fucking awesome. Oh, I was gonna say I think it's a pretty.
I agree, for sure.
I think it's a pretty good wrap up to this album. That's mostly about being remorseful over a lost love. Some of it is about making your own mistakes, and so yeah, the very first lyric of this song is "Mama said that the growing pains won't end," which is which I think, like I said, just kind of wraps it up nicely. And it's like I think this is like, if we look at the album as a narrative, I think this is the protagonist, I guess, just kind of accepting what's happening.
Yeah. It almost reads like the whole album for DP almost reads as like, I love you so. He finds this girl, or this girl like broke up with him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next song, New Girl, is him being like, well, yeah, well, I've got a new girl coming in. And then Fancy Shoes is him realizing, hey, I want her back. And then Old Friends, it almost seems like a non sequitur.
It's like a B plot, yeah.
Yeah, it's like just him hanging out with his friend to make him feel better, I guess.
Yeah.
And then there's What's Left, which is like him almost like what's the word? Like mourning.
Yeah.
His loss, and then Life is just him kind of accepting it, moving on.
I like that a lot, yeah.
And holy shit, the song's so good.
It's so good, dude. And like the fact that it's so short makes me more apt to listen to it again.
Yeah, I can agree with that. The outro is very atmospheric and very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like when everything but the guitar and bass drops out.
Yeah.
It's such a good thing. It's so good. It's a perfect way to end this album, I feel.
Yeah, it's just kind of fading away.
Yeah, I don't think they could have ended it in a better way.
And also, you hear both of the main vocalists in this song too, which is pretty cool. I think that both of them do like backing vocals for each other in the other ones, but in this one, Luke Olson sings the main part, but Michael Tirabassi comes in on the backup, and you can really clearly tell that's him, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I really like it, and it reminds me of like the typical Beach Boys ballad,
Yeah,
which a good Beach Boys ballad like sends me into immense pleasure. I don't know why I said it like
it
that,
gives
but
you
I
an
did.
orgasm.
Yeah, sure, it
David
does.
David likes to come by listening to Beach Boys.
I agree. I will say, um, on Genius, someone left a comment saying it's too short. It'll be good if it was longer, and two people liked it. Someone commented on that saying hi with a little emoji face, and it got one download. So
That's too sad.
I don't know what that means, but
Said,
it's a thing.
"Fuck you, croissant. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking about this album, you slut." Or maybe just the song. I disagree with that statement also.
I think it could easily be longer, and it would be almost. It could be better if it was longer, and it could be like a. It would go in a little bit of a different direction of just like. Uh, if it was longer, it would have to go in a couple other places, but as
Yeah,
is, I think.
I think it's good as is, personally. I think it's like the perfect length for something like this.
Yeah, for what it's good for, I think it's pretty much the perfect one.
Yeah.
Um,
Alright, so what do you. I think it's time for their final thoughts time.
yeah, so I really like this album, or EP as it technically is. Um, I was worried that I wasn't gonna like it that much because it's so short,
Uh huh.
and I was worried it won't feel like an album.
Yeah.
It'll just feel like some songs, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it really ties itself together, especially with that like narrative I just mentioned with
Uh huh.
finding an ex and getting over it and stuff.
For sure. I
Uh,
think the song order is a really big part of why I like this so much.
yeah, I can agree with that. It's definitely really important to have a good track order, track listing, um,
Because that.
because well, for a lot of reasons, like in order to create a narrative, especially,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta have it in the right order. And even beyond that, if they're just a collection of songs, like you generally don't want to start off with like a soft ballad. It's just you typically don't want to do that, you know?
It makes. It make even if there isn't a narrative, it's just you can when you have a bunch of songs, you can still craft like an interesting listening experience.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and I think one thing that I think will be cool is if we should try to see if we can crack like the perfect algorithm. So like I mentioned earlier, it seems like a lot of the fodder will go like right before the last song. Um, Usually a ballad will be kind of in the middle, right? Or actually, it seems like usually the ballad is like not the first song, but maybe like the second or third or fourth, like near the front. And then
Yeah,
the first song for a lot of albums that I've listened to recently, it seems like the first song is like the best one on the album, or like the hook that like pulls people in.
yep,
Um, so yeah, and
yeah,
then we can talk about that with our other albums and see how they match against the Matrix.
yeah, sure. There's a lot of stuff that goes into the there's a lot of stuff that goes into the track listing of an album, and
Mm,
typically you want to start off with like an energetic song, the poppiest thing you have, the hit, if you will, and then kind of follow that with either um, another strong poppy hit or like slow things down with a ballad. Um, I mean, you take at Abbey Road, every song on there is fantastic, but the hit, quote unquote, was come together basically, and so that was what leads off the album. It's got the iconic hook with the bass, and then you got the second song is Something, which is like the ultimate ballad of all
yeah,
time. So, and then you ruin it by putting Maxwell Silverhammer after that, which I fucking love that song. But in terms of track listing, it shouldn't be. Whatever. I don't. We can talk about that when we get to Abbey Road eventually. But
Um, yeah, and the way that applies to this one is you got "I Love You So," which I think is their most known song off this album. Um, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. It looked like it. Uh, and then "New Girl" is like kind of similar to "I Love You So." "Fancy Shoes" is your. It's not necessarily a ballad, but it's like slower. Um, and then "Old Friend" definitely isn't fodder though. At least I don't think.
yeah, so you can also think of it as in it like with a vinyl.
Hmm.
You have a side A and side B.
Oh,
So you can think of it as two halves. Because I mean, an album can be a long stretch of time before like so having okay so basically Old Friend you can think of it as opening side B basically.
yeah, and that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because it's just like a soft little it's somewhat poppy,
Yeah,
um, and it's very light, I would say, um, which is good because the album has already been established. Like you don't need to. This isn't first impressions. This is
right.
like just keeping it going, if that makes sense. Um, just keeping the listener interested.
Yeah, this album is a fucking joy to listen to. It is so good. Um, and like the way it seems like a lot of thought was put into everything about it. Um, and you can hear it when you listen to it, and I love it. This is one of the rare albums that, at least in the context of the album, I like every song off this. I don't necessarily like all of them enough to put on a playlist, but the ones that I don't like enough to put on a playlist are very, very, very close. Um, and they have a really distinct style that they keep up the whole way through. And it's the perfect amount so that it doesn't get like samey.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think if they had like two or three more songs on here, I think it would start to get kind of samey.
I agree.
Um,
Um,
so
but
yeah,
um, overall, I give it an 8 out of 10 for now. I think it's gonna grow on me and it grow into a 9 out of 10. But for right now, it's an 8 out of 10. So I
yeah,
really love this album. Very very welcome addition to my collection of songs or albums that I know.
yeah. Fuck. I gave it a 2-3. But I kind of agree. I think if I listen to this some more, I might actually bump it up to a 3 because it's good. It's just good. There's no other way to put it. It's fucking awesome.
All right. So here's the part where we would normally introduce our next album,
Right.
but we have something special planned. Um, and I haven't told Tyler about this, um, but I have an idea to introduce him, our buddy, our pal, one of our best friends of all time, Mr. Dane. He can't make it today because he's got to be at work in 14 minutes, and he lives more than 14 minutes away from his work. Um, but what basically what's going to happen is we are going to record a separate bit with him and add it here at the end. So you guys will get a normal experience basically, but we have to wait. Um, However, I want to tie this into Dane. I don't want this to just be, you know, a non sequitur. I think we need to keep the connection going, have a string of connection throughout every single album. Um, so I did just that. And Tyler doesn't know about this, so
Correct.
this album is Songs for Dads
Yes.
by a band called The Walters. Well, what's the most famous Walter that you know?
The one who said he liked trucks, and then he said Walter.
Okay, well, what's the second most famous Walter then?
Walter Cronkite, probably.
Okay, well, what's the third? Okay, no, Walter Mondale, man. You
Who?
don't know Walter Mondale?
I've never heard of Walter Mondale.
Oh my God, Walter Mondale was a vice president. The Vice
Oh,
President, Jimmy Carter.
of course, of course, of course. Yeah, he's my favorite one.
Yeah, yeah.
We used to call
And
him Wild Wally.
Jimmy Carter was a farmer. Do you know what he farmed?
Walters?
No, 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 no.
Dads.
Peanuts.
He farmed
And
dads. Oh,
peanuts.
peanuts, of
Oh,
course. Yes,
nuts.
peanuts.
And peanuts, as I'm sure you know, were named by a scientist named Carl Linnaeus. I'm sure you already knew that, but Carl Linnaeus is from, you know? You know?
Holy shit. I should know this. He's European, yeah?
Yeah. Ja.
He's not Russian.
No, he's not. He's Swedish.
Right. Is Ja yes in Swedish?
What?
He should have said Minecraft. I would have got it.
I don't know. But the point is, Sweden has universal health care.
Yeah, they do.
I'm sure you know. And universal health care is a system supported by none other than our boy Bernie Sanders.
Of course.
And Bernie Sanders is of Jewish descent.
Right.
You know who else is Jewish? Gene Ween of Ween, one of my favorite bands of all time. Now, Ween is absolutely fucking despised by our best friend Dane. So that is how we have a connection from Songs for Dads by the Walters to our friend Dane, who will be introducing his album in a little bit for you guys.
I see.
So yeah.
Perfect.
I could have just said that Dane is like the dad of our friend group, because he is, but, you know.
Yeah, that probably would have made. I admit I kind of lost where you were going for a second there. Do you know? We both know what the album is already, though, right? I won't say it. I'll let Dane say it. But can we say the week?
We can. But I don't remember what week it is right off the top of my head.
I don't either.
Did you already figure that out? Because I need to look it up.
I didn't.
Okay. Well, we're going to the 60s. I know it's 1969. I'll say that much. And let me see. Oh God. Oh God. I don't even. Which one is it? Is it not? Maybe it's not 1969.
I think 68.
I think it is 60. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have no clue. Oh wait, no, it is 1969. There it is.
Oh, it is?
Right. Oh wow, that's interesting. It was released on May 14th, 1969. Which was the day before I was born, but also a couple years before I was born. Let me look at the Billboard Top 100. But that will be next week's Top 100.
Without further ado, our buddy Dane.
Before I start, I just want to give a big thank you to Dave and Ty for allowing me onto the podcast, and also a big thank you to all of the listeners, all three of you. Anyway, my name is Dane, and I'm here to introduce the album that we're going to be covering next week. That album is going to be Neil Young with Crazy Horse. Everybody knows this is Nowhere from 1969. This is probably one of my favorite albums, recently at least. I've listened to it a ton. I'm a big fan of Neil Young, and I think this is one of his first albums. I think it's his second or something. I don't know if that's right. I might be wrong, but the title track is amazing, and it has some really good long songs with some amazing guitar work in it, and I'm really excited to be covering it next week. So please join us next week. Thank you.